Right, everything we're doing here is purely organic. There is no chemical or any fertilizer apart from what we've made ourselves. And this is our vegetable garden here. And as you can see, the size of these figs, and we've had a very dry 5 seasons. So that's 2.5 years of no rain, basically. And look how the figs are growing, and look how the garden is still producing all the food that we need for the household. And the skooma for the staff and ourselves, everything's here. Comfrey's there, and we've got garlic chives, lettuces behind me, feverfew, spinach, we've got perpetual spinach, pawpaws growing, we haven't had to buy pawpaws, we've got mulberries here, okay, behind me we've got sugarcane, we've got bananas growing, everything is here. To you, isn't it? Where's your mates? This is a female because of her bill. It's sort of like greenish. Okay. She's young. She's not quite mature yet. Mates, I don't know where they are. Usually they get fed a lot earlier. You're full now? Yes, you are. They love banana in the mornings. It's a go-away bird. White-bellied go-away bird.
Climate changes and drought affects their mostly and stuff, most of the stuff, and taking care of children is very difficult.
Right, welcome AIM Agriculture to Nurisha Farm in Mavoko constituency, next to the Swara Plains Conservancy. It's here in this savanna, which you can see all around us, that we are practicing permaculture. What is permaculture? It's an ecosystem, in my eyes, of way you live on the land and preserving nature and all the things around you and the enjoyment of doing so. And within that, we are trying to be food secure at all times. We don't need to go to the shops every 5 minutes to go and get eggs or bread or milk or any of these things. They are all here on this farm. So when we got this land here, this 10 acres, of which we are farming 4.5, it was how do you design something that you are going to do permaculture and make life easy and enjoyable to live in.
Keep it farming with AIM Agriculture.
Hey guys, if you're new to our YouTube channel, guys, hit the subscribe button, like and share.
Okay, now I'd like to take you into our vegetable garden where we get all the vegetables for the house. Here we've got 5 trays of zola growing, and we've just put in 200 catfish into there. So that, so the catfish will grow. They're being fed on maize bran at the moment, and then we will put 50 in each thing to grow up. Now, catfish don't eat azolla, so we can grow the azolla over the top, and we'll get our own meat. Yeah. Right. So here we bake a lot of a mint. Eau de Cologne mint jelly for putting with lamb. That's Eau de Cologne mint. Okay, and as you see, we were quite dry, and it's amazing. We were able to get all our veg from this shamba, even during this dry period. So everything is growing here, but with permaculture, it's all intermixed. So this is Mount Kenya nettle here. Okay, and it was taking over, but it's very happy. Now I suffer with arthritis, so if it gets so I can't close my fingers like that, I sting myself and then go over to the herb garden and put plantain on it.
Okay.
To stop this thing, because nettle is very good for arthritis.
Okay.
But you have to get the ochungu first for the medicine.
I see in the village, people, I don't know, they boil it.
Yes,
Then they
and
take the water.
correct. And also you can make soup from it. But this is the Kenya one, very much stronger than the one from sort of my home country, as it were. Okay, so this is perpetual spinach here. So you just pick a few leaves and you cook it like spinach, and it just carries on growing. So it's not like this spinach here, where once you've taken the leaves off, that's it. This is perpetual. Okay. That's a brassica that's flowering, so we can get some seeds. We keep our own seeds. This is comfrey, which you saw the tea. We also use comfrey in our compost to break down the compost, the green layer. So I was saying green and brown layers. We got plenty of brown, we struggle with green. So we use comfrey. Now we can also feed a little bit of it to the chickens and the cows, but a small amount. Always like to see a few colours. So nasturtiums. Okay, now with nasturtiums you can eat the flower. It's quite peppery, but you can eat this. It's a little bit peppery, it's quite nice, and you can put it on salads. Okay, and then we keep these. These are the seeds. Okay, and then we put them in vinegar and we use that to make capers. So that's to flavour things. So we come in here and collect them. The cream that you saw on the table, yeah, for eating with beef is this. And what we do with elderflower is, when this is in full flower, we take this off and put it into water, and it makes a elderflower cordial. And it's really nice. It's an English herb. And it can also produce berries. Did you see some berries? It produces berries there. See the berries? Yes. On that, and you can make a cough mixture from it. And this is the first time I've seen it making berries in Kenya.
I've tasted already.
Oh, that's okay. You can still eat that one. Yeah. It's very nice. They're very tasty. Okay, we're going to have to close this in. Okay. Yeah, aren't we? We're going to have to close it because we can't have them eating what we want. Because figs are another anti-cancer thing. Yeah. Yeah. So that's our those birds on the table.
So this is ready for harvest.
Yeah. Pop it off. As soon as it has a little bit of white stuff. Yeah. There you are. There's your fig.
A big tree.
Is a fig?
Yeah.
It's a little bit hard. No, it's quite gumu. We need the rain. A little bit to gumu. Yeah, we'll let him. Yeah, now with the rain, this will get more fleshy.
Okay.
Quite a nice size fig. It's a nice size fig.
Wow. You've introduced here charcoal.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
What is the main?
Biochar. Putting it into soil. So how we've done these beds, this is the double dig system. So we went down 2 feet and we laid it with pieces of wood. Okay, then we came and put compost, then we put manure, and then we've returned the soil on top. Now, theoretically, we don't have to touch this for up to 7 years. We don't have to re-dig it. And before, we had it all done with wood and pallets. But we've now got some old mabati, and we've made the beds with the mabati. And then we just run 2 or 3 drip irrigations down if we need to. But now with the rain, we won't need to drip. Yeah. So you can see how it's a mess, but that is permaculture. That's how permaculture is.
Well, so this setup, these crops here growing, they, from the look of things, it's like they are entirely organic. You're not introducing...
100%. So we've taken 4.5 acres on a rocky platform. It's literally on a ridge, and the ridge has a fall of 30 feet. So on this land is how now do you design everything you're going to need and be able to live with the nature around us. So what we did is we decided the prevailing wind comes from here during the year. So we decided it's best that we keep the animals all on the left side of this diagram, so that when the wind blows, you don't catch any smells or whatever in the home. Quail eggs that they've laid, very high in vitamin D. We need to fresh it. Huh? See, they already laid eggs.
Oh, there are eggs here.
Yeah.
You can get some eggs, I'm sure.
Are these the new gulls?
Oh, yeah.
These are the new gulls.
Oh, wow.
Because see, the eggs are quite small.
Small,
Yeah,
yeah.
and they're
And the light share.
yeah, and they pressed one because it's not got enough straw.
The bedding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So there you go. So these are new eggs. So they literally just started laying. So these eggs within a month will be big.
Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Hold it here. See, either side, 2 of you,
Okay.
and then you can just move it back. Oh no, you can't. We can't at the moment because this water's all connected. Yeah. Yeah, and then you can move it. If we move it now, it'll the birds will get out. Okay. So you move the tractor. We'll do it tomorrow. Move them to another position.
Oh, when the birds are inside now, you move.
We lock them in. Yeah.
Okay.
At night we
Yes,
lock
okay,
them
we
in.
move it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. And then see how they get their water. So everything is clean.
Yep, sure,
It is so important to stop disease that you give them fresh water.
sure.
And with them living like this, we haven't had any disease, have we?
No.
We were having a big problem when we had them inside. Now, what we're going to do is feed the azolla. Yeah, we have langat here, and we're going to feed the azolla and the black soldier fly. Go on. Oh, there's loads of eggs here, look. Look how many eggs they've laid. They obviously know it's raining. Look. So every day they're getting azolla and BSF. Okay?
These are quails.
These are quails, yeah. Okay, you can see it's laid an egg outside because in nature they lay them anywhere.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they don't have a nest as such. Okay, look.
I can see it's feeding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, now she's been mounted by the male, that's why she's lost her feathers. So they're fed on azolla every day, black soldier fly and lucerne. And that is why you saw that really yellow oak this morning. And a little bit of layers mash just to supplement the feed. But they don't touch very much of that if they're getting enough of all this.
So they mostly feed on the lucerne.
We'll wait until you see that go in.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, this is organic farming, yeah. Watch them.
One thing I like about, I've noted, I was just telling you, when you keep chicken and you keep them indoors under the litter and in cages, their shed is lighter.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's stress-free system.
Yeah, but they're quite much bigger. That's what
They are
I'm
much-
noticing.
They're bigger, then they have a smooth hair coat.
Yeah, yeah. But they're still quite young. Yeah.
Wow.
And then let's just feed them the soldier fly, and then every week we move this chicken tractor.
Okay.
Okay, so that they can get the odd bugs and everything. And believe me that now with the rain, they will also, the grass will grow like you can't believe because it's on chicken moor. Look at these guys.
This is what we call, I can just call it climate smart agriculture.
Definitely.
Because you it's like you really cut on the cost of production and you really checked on the health of the bird and your health as well.
Yeah.
Because the eggs. Oh, this is beautiful. Innovation at its best, guys. You only see these things on the internet, but Nourisha farmers got them for you here. You can always come here for training. Come and see them. Lamb, it's just 2,500 shillings
A day, yeah.
a day.
Food and all the paperwork, everything, accommodation, all included.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what we're growing here is a 1/4 acre of lucerne, which we put in when we realised it was getting too dry and the cost of feed went so high. So we decided to plant, but we harvest 2 rows a day to feed all the animals. By the time we finish there, this is already up. Yeah, yes. Okay, it's alfalfa, it's a herb. Okay, very good for your stomach. Okay, it has that purple flower. So a new indigenous tree forest coming up. But unfortunately, it's been deprived of rain during this dry season. But when it does come up, it should be quite nice. There's things like Walbergia, ugandensis, all the medicinal plants are all in there. Langat did that banana circle. But look how it's growing in 6 months? Look how it is, and I'm sure soon it will be fruiting.
Yep, it looks
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And even the suckers are all up. And as you know, in a banana circle, you've got to keep 3. So you have your adult, your teenager, and 1 toto. When the adult produces bananas, you cut it down, and teenagers becomes the adult, the toto there, and you leave another one. If there's more than that, you must take them out, because otherwise all the gufu goes into making plants and not bananas.
Ah, I see.
Okay, that's one of the secrets in permaculture.
They're not fruiting, they just multiply.
Yes, and they don't fruit.
Okay.
So you've got to keep them in bunches of 3. And then here we've been living off the sweet potatoes. Can we just dig up one of the sweet potatoes,
Sure.
just to show him the size? Now this is pig farming, yeah. There's some insects got on this, so you can see, but we're keeping it because we need the plants to plant another crop of
With the vines.
yeah, the vines. Sorry, yes, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Oh my goodness. It's so big, even it broke.
Yeah,
Actually, it overstayed. Guys, see this?
let it give you a better one. So that's that orange sweet potato, yeah, the one that's very good for your health. We'll get you a bunch of them to take home with you.
Guys, see this? you can't imagine that this is
in a dry land.
where the rock is a little bit higher than other areas. And the harvesting this size of a sweet potato, you need to come here for training. Wow, this is nice and tall. Cindy?
Yeah, so we're literally just finishing this off. When it's finished, guess what we're going to do? We're going to let the pigs in, aren't we? And they finish everything out, and they get a good feast as well. We've had our feast, now they're getting theirs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
One thing I've realized is your soil is very healthy. Guys, there's an earthworm on this sweet potato, and that indicates that the soil has got enough living microorganisms.
I hope so.
Wow.
We nurture
You're
it.
not using a lot of chemicals. Because this would be
Nothing.
dead.
No chemical.
It should be dead.
Not allowed.
Thank you.
We have the pigs, even though we have the pens inside, this is their loving area whereby they come and do the exercise. Okay, and normally we use them as animal tractors. Animal tractors are in such a way that animals are used to cultivate or to loosen up the soil in a farm, ready for farming. So whenever after every harvest, we normally have our pigs here to eat up the remaining crops as well as digging up the soil. And how they do it is something awesome. They normally use their noses, digging up the soil, loosening the soil. Yeah, and if you want to dig them, you just allow them for a short period of time, and then you just come and do the farming. They also live especially in the side of breaking up the hard barn, that is the hard soil in the on the land, and then what will remain after that is only coming and then doing just manual simple work, maybe heaping the soil if you are using what we call the farm beds or the garden beds, and just adding a little of manure. The best thing with the pigs is that they normally add urine, or they urinate in the farm, adding the urea, which is very essential, especially in every plant crop. So the urea normally have got nitrogen, which is essential for the animals, and then also their manure, their manure everywhere. They mix up that manure with in the soil, hence doing a great job in the farm. So that is why we have them as the animal tractors. So we have got different animals in the farm with their different functions. So instead, in not only having the pigs to work or to feed them in the farm, but we use them as tractors to do the farming, especially in an area. So if you happen to harvest your crop, maybe potatoes or any variety or any cultivar in your farm, then you must have the pigs in the area, and you have a lot of things to benefit from.
Mr. Langat.
Yes.
Jambo.
Sijambo, welcome AIM Agriculture.
This one is a new.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. Guys, if you're new to our YouTube channel, guys, hit the subscribe button, like and share. Today we are here and told that in this farm there is a tractor, but its function is not to plow.
Yes.
There is a tractor that plows and uses blood. Is it?
Yeah.
And these are the black pigs.
The Berkshire.
What is the name of the breed?
Yeah.
Berkshire.
Yes.
Is it a baconer or it's used for pork?
It's used for all.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you say a pig, you're using it as a tractor. Indeed, a pig can dig.
Yeah, truly, because most of the people know that we keep them inside, we feed them, and only that. You allow them to, but here we are seeing other benefits from for the farm. To dig, add urea, add manure, and everything. So after harvesting, you don't have to just dig your farm. You just allow them in. They eat up whatever it is. They mix up the soil with their urea, their urine, and whatever. And then you'll come up and only just prepare your farm, and then, or if possible, you just bring the seedlings and do the planting.
It's true, it's true. Yeah. Guys, when I came in the morning, this land was not like it is. It was like in that state whereby after you harvest your potatoes and then the soil is like that, intact. But now if I walk here, I can literally sink. I can come with seedlings
and do the planting.
For ndengu and for maize. Then I just make a small hole and plant. Make a small hole and plant. These ninjas here have done the thing, eh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You can see how they are digging.
Yeah, they're really digging with their
noses. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Why did you decide this breed instead of the other breeds, or any other breed can do this job?
Okay, we can say, well, any other breed, but here, this breed is a bit disease resistant. And they are also, they can adapt to any environment. And then also, with the in the side of feeding, they don't consume a lot. And then they give you a good result.
Wow.
Yeah. And then also they grow up so fast.
Wow.
So that is the reason why we have this picture.
One thing that you must note is that this area is very dry.
Yes.
Okay, leave alone now that it's a rainy season, the Lino things and all that. But normally, the farm is situated in a very dry area.
Very dry, totally.
So you mean they can adapt to that?
They can adapt very fast.
And I can see they have really long hair. Why? Why long hair?
Okay, normally with their color, you know, they can
absorb a lot of heat.
Yeah, absorb a lot of it. But this one acts as a coolant, and that is why they are most, you can see they are visible, but it is not a padding. It is a good picture.
Wow.
Black is gold.
So it helps, I think, in regulation of sunburn?
Yes.
Interesting plant. The beauty about this farm is there is literally no smell. No smell.
Yeah.
No smell. So these pigs will feed from here, then in the evening they'll go inside.
Yeah, in the evening they go inside, that is until morning, and then also after feeding them, we also bring them here like that most of the time. And normally what I must stress, especially with pig keeping, is that the hygiene is very important. When you maintain the pig sty in a good condition, then you'll hardly have any smell, and you know they are the wise animals. That is why if we allow them to go, each and everyone knows its own pen. There are many here, but they live in different pens inside. Yeah.
Guys, watch us enjoy the farm tour at Norisha. Very smart, integrated, organic farm. We are going to go with the pigs and watch them enter their pig sties. Do you have other animals on the farm?
Yes, we have the sheep, we have the goats,
the dog paws.
Yeah, we have the geese,
Let's go and see. What a day on the farm. These guys are digging. Very nice, by the way.
So you've seen we have got different animals, and then you've seen the pigs have come to their own style. Each and every one have gone to its own style. We have the small one depending on the ages, and then also depending on the number of the style they have. So each and every pig normally goes to its own style. That's why you can see the small ones of the same age, especially mostly from the same mother, or they were born at the same age, they are grouped in one place, and then also in the like with the others. And then also here we have, this is their pen. We have also installed the watering system whereby they have the nozzle, they suck their own water there, and then also they stay here. This is where they stay for a day. Later on in the evening also we shall bring in some food, and then they eat the food here, and then until tomorrow is also when we move them out to do the digging or also roaming there, doing some exercise, and like them just staying here. So when you look at it, this is also a friendly way of giving your pigs, because they do the exercise as well as also staying in an enclosed area, like here now where we have all this tie. And with each and every tie, normally you make a meter square for every pig. So that is why we have got different ranges. Even with this one, as they are growing, at a certain age, we'll have to reduce them in one pen, the way they are. We have almost about 10 here. And then this other side also we have about 6. So with their ages also we reduce the number of pigs depending on also the size of the pen.
This little fellow was born 2 weeks ago. He's half Jersey, half Boran.
And he looks very healthy.
Very healthy, yes. Yeah, quite cute. We're keeping him away from his mum at the moment because of course we need her milk.
Okay.
Yeah,
The mother is down, we saw it.
over there, yeah. Rabbits are in here. Look, the pigeons are wanting to nest under here. See?
Yep, I see.
So it's really clean. And then we keep the urine and the poo because you know that can go straight on the garden.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so this is all the rabbit hutches. So these are now chickens for Christmas.
Okay.
So in 6 weeks they'll be ready.
They'll be ready.
And we've done everything, fed them on Azola, Lucerne, black soldier fly, and a little bit of feed, starter, and various things like that. And they're away. Right now, they're on watermelon, see?
Yeah, I can see there's watermelon.
Yeah, they feed on watermelon because it's got all the nutrients in it.
Oh, so it's good for chicken.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in this because I don't want to give any antibiotics or anything. I want a natural, organic chicken when we're finished.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. Is there any smell, sir?
No, you cannot believe it's a pig house.
No.
You know.
And then your ducks and geese here.
Oh, I met them in Uganda, thousands. There's a farm that was doing 50,000 ducks.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. So they're ready, more or less ready now. We just got to get some fat on them. So as soon as the grass comes, let them eat for a week on the grass, and then they'll weka mufuta, and then we'll slaughter.
Which breed is this?
They're Peking Muscovy mix, because Pekings are not good layers and looking after the young. The Muscovy is much better. And there she is there. Okay, the mother there. She's looking after all that. They're not her eggs, but she's the best mother. So she hatched them all herself.
Wow.
And then we've put them together. They'd see her as a mum. Yeah? Just bring a little bit of langat. Just bring some, don't disturb them. Oh, I wanted to show you how she teaches them to feed. Okay. Sorry, a little bit of barley. No, sasa. Leave it. Let's leave it. It's okay, leave it. So Langat does all the training. Okay, so we have a classroom over there. The students stay here, and we can accommodate 12.
Okay.
Okay, so we're trying to do it each month, but because it's been so dry, it wasn't really worth having students, you know, and then you're doing everything from a borehole. We wanted to show them the natural way.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So it's a 10-day course, and then they literally from 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. It's very intensive, and you learn all the practicalities of permaculture in its various lessons, and then you do that diagram which I showed you at the beginning. How you would have your farm. You have to draw that for us, and then we pass you out as having done a PDC. Permaculture design course. Okay, it's 2,500 bob a day, so 25,000 for the 10 days, or we're happy to accommodate people on a daily basis if there's a specific thing they want to learn.
Okay.
And all we want to do is teach
Yeah, sure.
and get the message out there, because this is the way to live. Yeah. What we're doing is impregnating her with a Jersey. Yeah. So that we're slowly getting a bit of Boran and Jersey mix. So this one here is half Jersey, half Boran. So she's just about ready to be covered. Yeah, so we'll have, she's just calved, so she's milking now. Hopefully this one will be covered within this month, and then we can start our rotation.
So you'll serve again with Jersey?
Yes.
So that you keep, now you want to get your own Jersey?
Yes, because the Jersey milk is so much richer.
Sure.
Yeah, in butter fat.
And then it's a lesser feeder?
Yeah, and a lesser feeder. What my passion would be to have Dexter. So I hope we can start a Dexter herd in Kenya. That would be the ultimate. So this is the electric, that is our security.
Yep.
There's also a CCTV system and alarm system, and the gate is automated. So I can see it from my phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is the battery bank from the old house where we were renting. So this is serving the quarters. This one is serving the house. And these new lithium batteries are serving the center, the hydroponics, everything else. And also doing the solar water pump. Yeah? This is very efficient but very expensive. So I reckon my bill, electricity bill each month, because you're running a farm, will be between 20 and 25,000. So if we take 20,000 over a year, okay, it pays for one of these batteries. One. But rather than pay electricity, and this has a life of 15 years.
Well, one battery is 20,000.
No, one battery is 250,000.
Okay.
Okay, so if I take 1 year of paying electricity bills, this is how I've budgeted everything over the years, against what it would have cost to have an electricity bill. And then now we're into lithium. I've got another battery to go in there. So next year, yeah, because, and then I've got 15 years.
You're good.
Yeah,
Good to go.
okay. And then all the freezers, which I'm going to show you, are all separately wired. Okay? So each freezer has its own system. So if one goes down, then you can move everything to another freezer. Because we're storing quite a lot of meat. And this is the generator, 12 kVA, that can be put on if it's a cloudy day and we don't get solar.
So it just supplies power or
Everybody, yeah. If it's that cloudy day. And what I've noticed in the last 2 years, we've had more cloudy days in June, July, and some of August. Before that, we would probably only June. So it seems to have increased. Yeah. Because if you're going to use gas, Githeri is 4 hours.
Yeah, sure.
And this way, we're just using the wood from around here, and we're just stuffing it in there, and Githeri can just go on for 4 hours.
And you really save on energy because of the losses from this
Total, and it's built out of mud.
Wow.
It needs a little bit of repair because it gets used every day.
With blue flame.
Yeah, see the blue flame?
Yep. Interesting. I wish she had a way of tapping and storing.
We can do,
gas.
we can do.
It can be done.
Yeah, it can be done. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. We've got a little plan for that. Now that we've got 2 extra ones. So most of our chopping up, when it comes, okay, and then we bring them in here and chop it up and vacuum pack it. This is the dairy. Okay, so here is your creamer to get the cream off. We can store the eggs here. This is the vacuum packed, and all the cleaning of everything. So all your the herbs which we're drying are put in here, and it's biogas that dries them. Okay, so we got rosemary in there, sage at the moment, all for drying. Okay, it's a very cheap way of drying. My mother used to be a herbalist. My mother was a herbalist at Naivasha, and we used to use wood to dry the herbs. So this is a better method. And then in here, iko mtoto ngapi hapa ndani? So we're incubating the quail eggs, okay? And then they're under this little brooder. See them?
Oh, that's a brooder.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Can you see them? Yeah.
Yeah, they're running around.
Yeah. Okay, so they're very little. Okay, and then here, this is a cold room. Okay. Now, this cold room, just come inside, you'll feel it's quite cool. This cold room, Anton, is built, cost 40,000 shillings. That is all. It is polystyrene. 2-inch polystyrene, floor and top. Then this is where we hang our meat. Okay, so we stabilize it for 2 days before we chop it up. So there's no stress on the meat. Okay, and then you put this on. This is a solar air conditioner. Put this on to just keep the room between 16 and 18 degrees, 10 to 16 degrees.
Wow.
And then you can see the cheese, goat's cheese. This is Parmesan. It's ready.
This is amazing. Very.
So it's got the herbs in it. So you grate it and then you put it on spaghetti bolognese.
Wow.
Okay, and then when we've got production going, we fill up all this.
Full.
Yeah,
This is amazing. All these are homemade
40,000.
ideas.
Yeah,
Wow.
40,000 to build this.
And it's running. It's very efficient.
Very efficient. So why are we spending 1.5 million on cold houses, cold rooms?
When people come in, they'll also be trained on how to do this?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And then, using the slope, we put in 2 swale dams. One at the top here, which thankfully is just filled with water in the last 2 days. And then we have another swale dam at the bottom here to collect the water, which you can see over there. So that stops the water. One thing in permaculture, and something you learn during the training course, is you must hold the water in the land. It is something we're not doing in Kenya. When it rains, we allow it all to disappear and wash off the land. And then suddenly it's dry again. We haven't preserved it in the land. So here we have 2 dams, top and bottom of the plot. And then you'll notice when you walk around, there are swales around the land to keep the water in. Now what we've had to do, because we're farming on rocks, is we've had to build the soil. Now to be able to build the soil, we've got to have animals. And we have to create and put in compost. So what we've done is we've designed a shed here. We've put in a lucerne patch here, because we found that having had 5 seasons of no rain to speak of, we have to feed all our animals, the cows, the sheep, the goats, the pigs, the ducks, the turkeys, everyone's got to be fed. And we learnt by putting in a small patch of lucerne, it has really helped us go through this dry season and also mitigate the high cost of animal feed. So here we've designed 2, this is the workshop, this is the where all the animals are, and this is the training facility at the top here, and then we have the house here, where we're on the veranda of now, looking over the dam, okay, and then we've put in a mud house here, and then we have a constructed wetland at the side. Now, constructed wetland, we'll come to that as a session. Happens, my husband didn't want to have compost toilets. He wants flush toilets. So all the toilets here and all the water come in through that container there where we put EM, and then it comes into this area here and it moves round like this. And as it filters through, it gets cleaned. So here, now that the rains come, we will put sedges. Here, vetiver grass, okay, will be planted. You can see this is it, it'll sprout to clean the water. And then here we'll put bananas. And here is going to be sugar cane, all things that clean the water. And then here, that's charcoal in here. All under here is charcoal. And then it goes into sand. So the water moves like this. By the time it comes to here, okay, here, we connect up the pipe and it goes down to the dam, clean,
Clean water.
for the animals to feed on.
Oh, wow. So it goes through here
Yeah, and onto the dam.
to the dam.
So this is a constructed wetland. This is what we should be doing in Kenya, not putting cesspits, because cesspits poison the ground.
Sure.
This way, we're filtering the water in the correct manner. So everything, the whole land is designed in this way. And then we have all the crop growing areas. Here, we're very fortunate in that we have a borehole. Okay, and it's slightly salty, so we're trying to mitigate that, and I'll show you how we do that. And then all the animals are here, and that is how it is all laid out. So when it rains, the water and all the animal poo and everything goes into the garden, all constructed down here. The bananas are growing around the outside. The rain has filled it up. It's great because it'll give them more nutrients. Bananas filter water. So the bananas grow outside, then we put sugar cane, and then we have the sweet potatoes.
Around there.
Yeah. So this is the water from washing the pigs. And it's all coming down here into this,
Wow.
because we're on a slope.
Yep, sure, it's sloping this way.
Yeah.
The beauty I like it, the only thing I like about it is, you know, when you say that this water is for washing the pigs, and I cannot feel the smell. I even almost asked you, have you added molasses? Because I can feel like something like a molasses.
There's molasses in their feed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they get molasses in their feed.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
This is an Indian herb called giloi, and you eat the stems. Another, like ashwagandha, another pick-me-up. It took me forever to get it to grow, but now it's going no problems. Filled up because of the thing. But when we wash the pigs, you can divert the water where you want. I'll show you. Okay, and this is where now the manure heap starting.
Okay.
So it's pig shit and cow shit.
Mixed together.
Yeah, and then we just keep the manure, and that will probably go out on there as we plant the seeds. Well, the seeds are planted.
Oh, amazing.
Tithonia. Okay, this is a soil conditioner. Very important to farmers to use. Okay, if people put this on their fence, goats can eat it. Okay, it's quite pretty. Okay, and it's soil conditioning. Very important. And it's naturally here.
Traditionally, it's also an animal dewormer
Yes, correct, sir.
and very efficient. by
Yes, very good.
now. Wow, this is so good. You're doing something so good. When you're coming, I couldn't expect to see such a.
We have BSF, we've got Azola, all ways of keeping it cheaper. Can you see the incinerators? The
Yes,
drums
yes,
there.
yes, I can see
Yeah, so we burn everything there. So there's nothing, no bones, nothing left. If there's bones, we have a big hole, put it in, plant a tree on top, dig another hole.
Wow.
Okay, so here is the biogas is coming into this pond here. Okay, all right, and this is the indigenous moringa tree.
Yep.
Okay, Stenifipola, Stefana, something like that. And so that, we break this off and feed it to the animals. Yeah, and then this effluent from the biogas, you notice there's no smell.
No smell.
No smell at all, is going into the napier grass. So it's coming here and then it's winding its way all the way round and going into that banana circle over there.
Then going and going down.
Then going. And then it seeps, because you can see it's on a slope, it seeps also through into the vegetable garden.
Anto, look at this beautiful thing.
Okay, and we're growing azolla in here, all right, to feed the animals. Chickens, rabbits, the BSF house. Okay, it's quite interesting, the discovery of what's going on. We're learning. This is quite a new project for us because we want that 40% protein with the broilers and the hens and the ducks. So this is why we've started this project, and to stop the cost of feed. Layers mash has gone from 1,600 a bag for 50 kilos to 4,200 within the last 2 years. Welcome. So here we have BSF in black soldier flies in this cage, which have hatched from the pupae that we've put in here. And they have a 6-day cycle, 6 to 7 day cycle, where all they do is drink water. And during that period of time, they will mate and come down to these cardboard pieces that we have in here, which we'll show you, and then they lay their eggs. We then collect those eggs and put them into trays. So I'm just trying to see a pair that are mating. The males are the bigger ones, the female is the smaller one, and the male has a little proboscis. Let's just see. And then it's 45 days, the whole cycle is, until they pupate and go into a fly again. So it's a continuous thing of producing black soldier fly. And what we're doing is feeding the black soldier fly on some maize bran, and we collect from outside my office. There's a guy who sells fruit on the end of the road, and we collect all of that offing to give to the pigs and to the larvae, the black soldier fly larvae. The sort of yellow on here is the eggs are in here. The Insta hasn't hatched yet, but where you see the yellow, that's the eggs. So they're now in maize germ with a little bit of moisture. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you take and you put there. So
Yeah, so she's laying now, see? And they're laying in there. See them laying? There, look, have a look. But you see there's a better method. See, that's the eggs.
Wow, amazing. Amazing.
But if there's a better way of doing it, the larvae don't like that hot temperature. Yeah? So look at this one here, it's alive, see? With larvae. And then we'll leave one tray to go to instas, to go to larvae, so that we can hatch again. Which is the best one to go in? That's got some fresh dung in it. Oh, that's better. Right. This is our wormery, okay? Red wriggler earthworms. And we've done them in old bathtubs, because what we want to do is collect the worm tea, because we're using it in there for the fodder hydroponics. So the earthworms are here. We've given them a bit of feed. Can we just have a Kijika? Yeah, thank you. And as you can see here, the worms are making worm castings on the top here. So if we take this off and we put it in that drum over there, these are worm castings. This is what the worms produce. Really good for the garden and for pot plants. Okay, and then here, the worms are in here. Because of the light, they've gone down. See the red wrigglers? Okay, they're not huge at the moment. But we've got another one which has got bigger worms in. Let's have a look at that one there. This is quite small, the worms are. Right, that's better.
Unashika tu.
Yeah, on a figili. Right, see? Look at the worms. They're just breaking up everything. This is pig shit, and they're breaking it all up.
Wow.
Okay, and then they'll create this carpet of worm castings, which is what we're going to use in the garden. And then we're collecting worm tea.
Can sit down.
Yeah, this is the worm tea here. So we put that in a drum, and then off we go. Perfect for growing. That's how I got that orchid like that. Whoops, the Kenya nettle.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's very potent.
Your Layla.
Yeah. Okay, Kenya has a very potent one compared to England. Okay, so we here are making nettle fertilizer. Very good for plants. Okay, so we cut the nettle. I'll show you that in the garden, but don't touch it. And then we've put it in a bag, and we're making the fertilizer, and it's just about ready. In fact, we're going to ongeza maji. Yeah, now you can ongeza maji. We just got to put a tap on, and then as we need it, we just take a bit off. Yeah, and then this one is comfrey tea. So here again, we cut up the comfrey, made it. This will go on the compost afterwards, and then we've put it in there, and that's really good for everything.
Which form of application would you apply to the plant? Are you going to
Every plant
as foliar?
as a foliar feed. Yeah.
You spraying it on the leaves?
Yes. Yeah. And that's where we're sitting now. So this was designed. I think I designed it in 1998 when we did it. I went to Nyumbani village and did a course there on permaculture with a very wonderful gentleman called Warren Brush. And we did a design. At that time I'd bought the land, but I didn't know, we hadn't started anything. And to this day, we are still developing it on this concept that I drew in 1998. AIM Agriculture, thank you very much for joining us today at Nurisha Farm. And we hope that you have seen what we're trying to do, and we hope that we can get more Kenyans to come and learn with us here at Nurisha, as we have a training school. And the more the merrier, so that we can teach the way we do organic farming here out in the savannah. And then I'd like to just take you over here, because we're just milking the cow now, so hopefully we'll get 3 litres of milk.
Wow, amazing.
And then we'll leave one teat.
Yep.
We'll leave one teat for the calf.
Oh.
Okay, so he gets his milk. So he's just washing her down and cleaning everything, and then a little bit of let me clean the teats. Unfortunately, one of her teats doesn't milk. Okay, but she's a good Buran. Quite a nice size Buran, yeah.
I love even the milking crush.
Yes, isn't it super? And that's so easy to make. All it is a few things, and then she can feed while whilst you're milking. Endele. Natuvuta nini? Mafuta wapi? Oh gosh. Okay. So she's got Baduweka chukula. But she's bolted in, huh? So she can't move her head. So remember I showed you that plug? Yeah, so that's how she's bolted in. Yeah.